Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy St. Patrick's Day. So today I want to do something special for St. Patrick's Day, and I thought what better food to make than some green sugar cookies and cut them out into little REXY'S. So here's the list of ingredients you're going to need for this, not very many. You're going to need 2 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. You're going to need 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 cup of butter softened, which is 2 sticks of butter. You're going to need 1 1/2 cups of white sugar, 1 egg, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm also using, like I said, my REXY cookie cutter. You can use whatever cookie cutters you'd like. And I'm using some green food dye to make the dough green. And that's it, guys. That's all you need for these sugar cookies. So let's get baking. Okay, guys, so what I have here is my flour, and I went ahead and sifted it. If you don't have a sifter, you can go ahead and just use a little hand whisk, and that's fine. To this, I'm going to put my baking soda and baking powder in here, and I'm just going to give this a nice whisk. Get that really good and incorporated. That's good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to start working on our batter. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cream together the butter and the sugar. And what we're looking for is a very pale yellow. So this needs to be creamed really, really good. We want it to be really nice and creamy and also a pale yellow. So we're going to go ahead and start creaming the butter first. And then we'll put our sugar in it. Alright, now we're going to put our sugar in there. And we're going to let this go just a couple of minutes. So we're going to keep on mixing that. And I'm going to go ahead and let this go for another minute or two, and we'll be back in a second to see what it looks like. See how it's starting to be a really nice pale yellow? And that's what we're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and scrape down the side. Forget to lock it. And then do it another minute or so, and it should be good. And it's starting to become really nice and creamy. We're going to let this go for another minute or two, and it should be good. And if you guys don't have a stand mixer, you can always use a handheld. It's starting to look really good, nice and smooth. Alright, that looks great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And we're going to put 1 egg. Mix that until incorporated. That looks great. See that? That's what we're looking for. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to incorporate our dry ingredients and get our dough ready to get put in the refrigerator, because we're going to need to chill this prior to us making the cookies. So we're going to go ahead and incorporate the dry ingredients. And I'm going to kick it up a notch in a second. I just didn't want this flour to fly everywhere. There we go. And we're going to let this go for a couple of minutes until it becomes a dough ball. So we'll be right back. Alright, that looks good enough for now. So here comes the fun part. This is when we're going to make the dough green. And we're going to do, I'm going to get a paper towel. What we're going to do is we're going to stick our toothpick in the dye and put it in the dough until we get the perfect color. Now just mind you, when you're baking, the color will lighten up. So it's better to go a little darker because when it bakes, it's going to get lighter. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of green dye in the dough and mix it until we get the right color. Alright, let's check this out. Yeah, it's more like a pistachio right now color. So I want it to be more green vibrant. And like I said, it's going to lighten up in the oven. So we're going to go ahead and give it more green. And see how that does. See, it's becoming a nicer, darker green. That's what we want. I'm going to add more. And just keep on adding until you get the color that you want. That's perfect. That's a perfect green right there. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm just going to make sure that's really well incorporated and combined. Mix it another second. And then we'll start making the dough so that we can put it in the refrigerator. Alright guys, so what I have here is a board that I'm working on, and I've generously floured the surface so it doesn't stick. And we're going to go ahead and put our dough on here and start making a ball. And we're going to go ahead and refrigerate this, like I said, for 30 minutes at least. Before we roll it out and start using the cookie cutter to make the cookies. So that looks fine. I'm going to take a piece of saran wrap, which if you know me, you know does not like me, and just wrap this up and put it in the refrigerator like so. And we'll be back in a half an hour to go ahead and roll it out and make our cookies. Okay guys, so my dough was in the refrigerator for a little over a half an hour, and it's perfect. And look how pretty and green that is. It's a really nice, pretty, vibrant green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half and work on half of this dough for now. Isn't that pretty? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and flour the rolling pin so it doesn't stick to the dough. And we're going to start rolling this out. So just roll it out like that. Alright, so that looks good. And there's my little REXY cookie cutters. And we're going to go ahead and just cut the dough out. Look how cute, guys. And what I have over here on the side is a lined pan. And I'm going to go ahead and put them on my pan. And just keep on doing your, cutting out your dough. And if it cracks, just you can mend it back together. Alright, so I'm going to keep on doing this, guys. And you keep on rolling out your dough and cutting your cookies out. And I will be back in a minute to show you what they all look like. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 375 degrees so that when we're done, we can go ahead and put these in the oven.
And this REXY cookie cutter is longer than normal cookie cutters would be. That's why I'm not getting so much out of the dough. I do have another half over here that I'm going to use. So I got to keep on rolling it. And these are so cute. I made them last St. Patty's Day actually. And I put sprinkles on them. They were really cute.
Alright guys, so all my cookies are cut out. All my little REXY'S are in there. I saved half of the dough for later. But I just wanted to show you the ones that I've done. I also did a shamrock. I didn't have a cookie cutter shamrock. So my older daughter had a really good idea. She gave me a little heart-shaped cookie cutter. And what I did was I just did 3 hearts and then just mended it together to make a shamrock. And I thought it came out really, really cute. So I'm going to go ahead again and put these in the oven at 375 for 7 to 8 minutes, but keep an eye on it because everybody's stove is different, and we'll see what they look like when they come out. Okay guys, so I had my little REXY'S in for exactly 7 minutes. I think they came out really, really cute. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave them on this pan for probably a minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and transfer them to a rack to finish cooling. And then we'll be able to taste these. Okay, so it's been about a minute or so, and I'm going to go ahead and take these off the pan and put them on my cooling rack over here and let them cool completely before we taste these. I think they came out really cute, and the shamrock came out really cute. Alright guys, so I hope you liked the video. I really enjoyed making it for you. So make sure to subscribe to see more of my videos. And tag me on Instagram at Cookin' with Rexy if you make these little cuties. Bye guys.